was thinking I was gonna dedicate this one to all the haters. Y'all gonna show y'all some love. Y'all heard me? Let's get it. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Say what, say what?
Hey, it's Dominic from the Dominic Natty Show, and I want to tell all of you to subscribe to Off Tap Life. Off Tap Life has the best reactions on all of YouTube. It's right here, so if you're not subscribed, what is wrong with you?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and I've been wanting to make this video for a minute. Some cool stuff's been happening in the background, and I want to talk about one of those things in particular. But before I get started, subscribe, all that good stuff. You don't know how it does, the YouTube thingy, you know, notification, blah. Take care of it. Let me get into what I want to talk about, though. So, one of the things that I really have always prided myself in doing is wanting to just be able to do whatever it is that I can to help my fellow artists that are out there, you know, attempting to just showcase their talent and their, you know, ability, their gifts, their music, you know, to the world. And one of the things that I have really struggled with since the pandemic is finding a way to continue doing that kind of thing. You know, I had my recording studio before, and that was the perfect, obvious place for me to be able to work with artists, to freaking develop artists, to freaking help them to be able to not only just grow with their music and promote it and market whatever, but, you know, I was in a position where I'd be able to record their music, to make stuff, to help them with the A through Z of it all. And at the moment, because I obviously, you know, I don't have my production studio anymore. You know, unfortunately, I don't have that. And because of the whole COVID thing now, this world, for me, I'm still struggling. Okay, I'm struggling to navigate through this world when there's still so many cases and people are still people are acting like this thing is over, but it's not. There's tons of people dying and getting sick, and I heard a heartbreaking story just yesterday of a freaking 2-year-old. It was like a kid, I think there were 2, like just a little kid who caught COVID and died. So this is not over, man. And like there's just, for me, I strongly believe that prevention's the best cure. That's a video that I've talked about that kind of stuff, and that's just something for another day. It's not the point of this video. My point is that I've been attempting to figure out how can I still help other artists in this whole new pandemic world. How can I still do what I do, you know, utilize some of my talents and my gifts and my abilities, and still be able to help other artists, you know, with their music, to just give them a platform, to get more eyes on their product, to help them, you know, just navigate through this whole crazy independent music scene. Sorry. Oh, freaking hell, I should have had some water before I started talking. Had some popcorn earlier. You know, we get those kernels, popcorn kernels stuck in your throat. Anyways, so I've been attempting to figure it out. And I kind of now have realized that I can still use the power of anything online, digital stuff. I can use my digital skills to help assist artists that way. Maybe I can't take them into my recording studio right now and produce new music with them in the traditional sense, but I still can work with them and make music from afar. They have to go to another studio, but they can just send me the files. They can send me the files. I can make remixes. I can freaking, make new songs, even just make completely new songs. If I've got their vocals, I can add their vocals to new songs. There's ways that we can still work, is the point, right? And I can still, therefore, produce new artists. I can still freaking do my own music, obviously, which is important as well, and still push my record label and push my just different aspects of the things I do, which artists need multiple things to be able to get their music out. One of those most important being marketing and stuff like that. So I can still do all my digital marketing stuff, social media marketing, freaking build websites and all these kind of things. These are all skills that I have, make music videos, freaking make lyric videos, whatever the case is. Like, there's so many things that I can bring to the party in this COVID world without me having to be basically sitting next to a bunch of different people every single day, breathing the same air, which is something right now I'm still not comfortable with doing, even with a mask. I'm just not there yet, guys. And that's just me keeping it real with you guys. There's a lot of people who just seems to have just moved on, and they're just living the life, man. And I actually envy those people. I wish I could just feel so blase, but I don't. I actually value my life, man. Like, I don't ever want it to end prematurely because of something that I could have freaking prevented. You can't prevent everything, and in life, one would argue that, hey, look, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go, and there's truth in that, and there's this thing about not living in fear and all these things. I get it, each to their own, but at the end of the day, I'm just where I'm at the moment with this whole COVID thing. It's been hard for me to transition into this new world. And you guys who know me know, because you can look even just watching my videos and see the difference of just my interactions with the world now has changed. It's crazy. Like Sunday, I wanted to go and do go to a Cars and Coffee and make like a car video and stuff. And I was up, I was awake. I could have literally did it, but I couldn't do it because I just felt like I don't want to put myself unnecessarily into situations where I don't have control over what could possibly happen in that moment. Because you can think that you have control in that moment. You could think that, yeah, I can freaking just social distance and wear my mask, stay away from people, it'll be fine. And then something unexpected happens and then you're freaking screwed, so I don't know, guys. I'm still working all that out, but the point is that I found a way to utilize my skills, my talents and things still to assist my fellow independent artists with their music careers and their journey and all that kind of stuff. Oh. And I could get water right now, but I can't because it's easier said than done. I've got the light over there. I've got my freaking kettle over there. I've got a small space. I would have to pause the video and stop and do all this. Just let my saliva just do its thing. It'll get there. So here's the thing. I'm excited to announce, because this is an announcement video and I've kind of gone on a tangent, but I do want to announce that I am going to be working with Riffwerk. I'm super excited to announce Riffwerk is going to be part of my record label and different things moving forward. I'm super excited about that because let me tell you something first. Most important thing that you need to know. Riffwerk, and this is from Gerald himself. For you guys who don't know, Gerald is part of Riffwerk. It's his group. And so, it's a hobby for them, okay? They're too busy to, with all their other things that they do and got going on, to make it anything else other than a hobby. So they just do it basically here and there when they've got the time, once or twice a year, kind of like, it's just one of those things. It's just a hobby. It's a fun thing. It's not something they are doing every single day, because they can't. All of them have different things. This is what Gerald told me. So it's just a hobby. It's just for fun. That's how they see it. I understand that. And as someone who, as you guys know, who has reacted to quite a few of their songs already, and there's another one coming right after this video, which is why I was forced to make this video right now, because I wanted to be able to talk about that when the next song came on. But as someone who is a huge fan of good music, right? I love good music. But I love good music even more when it's music that absolutely is just like a group of people just having a good time, man. Just basically just having a good time, living their best life, just having a jam session. They're just fellow artists who are just out there just doing it because they love it, right? No expectations of anything except it's just a release for them. It's an outlet. And I love that. It's just, why did you get into music in the first place? Like, a lot of people lose sight of that. The fame, the fortune, and all that kind of stuff, getting the big record contract. A lot of people lose sight of that most innocent reason why we started doing this in the first place, right? So I'm excited because these guys are really talented and humble, and it's just a hobby. It's just a fun thing, and they have no expectation of anything. So for me to be able to just be like, hey, look, since you guys, are in your world, you're doing your thing, it's just a hobby, and I have time, whatever. But as someone who's really come to really enjoy and love your music, if you would allow me to be able to just assist and just help get your music out there a bit more, get your name out there a bit more, just help develop your brand name a bit more, just get it out there, just give it more exposure. Any exposure is good exposure. Freaking hell, if I get one more person to become a fan, that's a success. You know what I'm saying? So being able to bring them on, I'm going to be doing some remixes of some of their songs and things like that from their album. I'm going to do some remixes, going to do some extended versions of some of their songs as well, and some full-on complete remixes, and lyric videos and all kinds of cool things, website, freaking other branding things. I've made a new logo and all these different things for them, and the single artwork for the first official single from the album. They've released their album, but there hasn't been released singles. It's just the album. So I'm gonna be releasing singles and all this kind of stuff under my record label, to help them out, making merch, all kinds of cool merch and different things and stuff. So just things and ways that I can just help them out. And I offered this, so to be very transparent to you guys, like, I approached Gerald about this because I was like, I did another one of their songs. I'm just like, freaking hell, man, I just love these guys so much. I love their music so much. They're so talented so much. And it was just tugging at my heartstrings. And I was like, whatever I can do to just be of service, just to help out in any way, just even if I can add just a little bit extra to freaking the exposure train for them, then that's what I want to do. And so I approached Gerald and I told him, I was like, look, I don't want anything in return, man. I just want to help. I don't want anything from you. I don't, this isn't costing you anything. This is not me doing this because I want anything back from it or anything. I just want to help get your music out there because I believe it is so good. And I think a lot of people out there would love to just find out and discover your guys' music. I think it'll resonate with them. I think they'll find it and be like, yeah, I freaking love this. This is awesome stuff. And also, there's the people who have already found you guys, and they would love to wear a Riffwerk t-shirt. They would absolutely love it. I know a lot of you guys would love to have a freaking Riffwerk t-shirt, or some other type of cool merch or something with their logo on it. And also because this is a hobby of theirs, and stuff, I was like, look, let me go ahead and, I just, that whole list of things I just told you, stuff I'm gonna be doing. Let me play around and have some fun with some of the stuff you've done. Since, like, let me go ahead and make some remixes of some of your songs and just have some fun with your stuff as well. Because as a fellow artist and musician and entertainer and all this stuff myself, like, I'm like getting excited. I'm like, well, this is your fun little hobby. Let me get a bit of that and get, involved with that too, because I believe in that, more importantly, more than anything as an artist, is just getting back to your roots of why did you get into music in the first place, and being able to collaborate with other artists and work on different projects and different things with other artists is so much fun. I love that kind of thing. And I just feel like Riffwerk, to me, even though it's a hobby, and I told him, I said, look, no strings attached. I don't care, I don't care if this leads to nothing for you guys, because, again, it's their hobby. It's not like they're not planning on going on a freaking, 40 country tour and freaking being super every single day, eat, sleep, and drink Riffwerk at this stage. Who knows what could happen in the future. Maybe they change their mind, I don't know, but they all got other things, life and projects. This is always just meant to be a kind of a fun little hobby for them, where they just get together, a group of friends, and they just jam and have a good time. So I totally love that and appreciate that. So I'm just kind of just adding some freaking extra loving to what they're doing already. And I'm super excited that Gerald agreed to allow me to be part of that. And I'm excited to be able to help just bring the Riffwerk experience to more people, to give them a little bit more eyes on their product, to, just set up some infrastructure and things that will help fans of their music be able to have a little bit more of the Riffwerk experience, like I said, with merch or some remixes of your favorite songs of theirs already, some lyric videos so you can see the lyrics, all kinds of fun stuff. I've got a lot of things planned and in the works already. Like, there's stuff already happening in the background. Literally on Friday, I should have a lyric video dropping for one of their songs already. That's going to be dropping. And there's also on my label site, they'll be there officially on there, and there's all kinds of stuff happening. I don't want to spoil it all, but I just want you guys to know that Riffwerk is a band that I believe in 8,000,000%. I love these guys. Freaking, I've talked to Gerald. Gerald is an amazing person as well. I also want you guys to understand that, like, I love being able to associate and surround myself with like-minded energies. And it's not just, you could be a really brilliant artist, but if you're an a-hole, if you're someone with bad energy, if you're someone like that, I don't want to know you. I don't want to be around you. At this point in my life, I can absolutely decide who I want to do projects with, who I want to invest my time in, because my time is my time, and my time is very freaking non-existent. Like, I freaking don't have spare time to waste on things that don't resonate with me. So I want to be able to use my time in projects and, doing things that I feel is worth me giving some of that time to, you know what I mean? And Riffwerk is definitely one of those things. And Gerald, like I said, he's just such a cool dude. And I would say, if Gerald is, surrounding himself with like-minded individuals, which I'm sure he is, and that means the other members in Riffwerk are probably equally as cool and awesome and amazing. So there's all these cool things. I will be bringing you guys as much extra Riffwerk awesomeness and stuff that I can possibly bring you guys. That is going to be something that's just a little bit of a labor of love for me, a little passion project to help with one of our family members. That's the other thing, Gerald's part of our family. He's been absolutely one of the real ones in the family from day one. And some of you guys who have been in the channel for a while would remember that Gerald reached out to me at one stage, and you guys would know this. There was, this conversation and stuff was going on in the chats and live streams, all this kind of stuff. But Gerald reached out a random act of kindness for me, and he was like, "Hey, Faith," because Gerald is also, outside of being, this other thing, he's a kindred spirit. He's a lot like me. That we're creative types and we do more than one thing, right? So he's an artist himself in his own right. He's got an art gallery. He does all these things, so outside of music, he has all these other things, and he offered to, said, and this is just so random. He's like, "Hey, I want to make a wrap for your van, and I'll put like Off Tap Life, your logo, put Freddie, on it, or whatever you want." Like, and so he offered to do that for me, and that might happen someday still, but at the moment my vans ain't even moving, man. They're still broken down. So it's one of those things that, we'll see what happens down the line. But the point is that he's that kind of person. He's a giving person, and he didn't want anything in return. He just wanted to do something nice for me, and I thought that was pretty dope and pretty cool. And I'm telling you this because I want you guys to understand what kind of person he is if you've never had the opportunity to just be in chat with him. Like, people who, there's a lot of you guys who know who he is, and you guys talk to him in chat or in emails or whatever your way of communicating is. There's a lot of you who talk to him in live streams, and so a lot of you do know. But I want you guys to know, because I guess, well, hey, it's kind of my job now to sell you on the fact that Riffwerk is awesome, and the band members are excellent people, beautiful people, great souls and great energy, and obviously great music, which speaks for itself. So I'm telling you this because I want you to understand that, like, sometimes there's certain artists, especially in the independent artist world, where I feel it's so important for me to do everything I can to rally so much support for them, because they are worthy of it and they deserve it. They deserve that extra bit of loving. They deserve to have a little bit of limelight shed on their freaking works of art and themselves. And I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about it. And so this is one of those things, like I said, I've got a lot of these things going in the background, and my day never stops. Like, I'm in work mode constantly. I'm in work mode. You guys know I create video content, new content every single day, multiple videos and all that kind of stuff. But I'm also working on music things in the background. I'm working on freaking web design and stuff in the background. I'm working on graphic design and stuff in the background. I'm working on marketing stuff in the background. I'm working on freaking all these different, like, just so many different things. There's a long list, and it's crazy, but the facts is, like, I do the job of 20 people, one person. There's only so many hours in a day, so like I said, my time just, it's non-existent. But I do these things because I also, I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about. I'm deeply passionate about this kind of stuff, and it brings me a lot of joy to know that, look, I don't have much in this world as far as materialistic things or anything like that these days. Like, I'm not freaking, I live second to second. You guys know, follow me. I'm not rolling in any monetary things, which it'd be nice to be able to help people by being like, hey, look, here's a big wad of cash, to sort out your homeless situation or your food situation or whatever. Like, I wish I could just do even bigger things to help the world, but at this point in time in my life, I can only do what I can do, and I'm feeling pretty blessed that I can at least use the gifts that I've been given from a creative sense and a musical sense and a, just an artsy sense, to be able to help, you know, other people in that regards. Like that to me is pretty cool, to be able to help. And, just being able to show that love, I think is pretty awesome. And I'm excited. And I've been wanting to share this with you guys for a while. So here's that video. And as time progresses, I think that I'm going to figure out eventually how to navigate through this whole new world. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I will figure out a way to at least find alternative ways, if it's not the way that I freaking would prefer it to be, like back before 2019. If we can't have that world again, I'm creating and finding new ways to still get out there and do what I do without getting out there to do what I do, if you know what I mean. So there's some promising things on the horizon. By the way, like there is apparently, allegedly, which was on the news, and I was going to make a video about it and I didn't, but did I make the video on it? Maybe I did. I can't remember now. They found a potential next best thing to a cure for the virus, where it basically will keep you from getting sick or catching it completely, or something like that. I did do a video on it. So next best thing to a cure, if this all, the test and everything plays out, that could be what I'm looking for. Just that opportunity to, I just want to feel 100%, and I don't want to have to take every freaking 2 months another freaking booster and injection to feel like I can navigate out there, because I ain't feel comfortable with that. Like, I got those 2 injections that, the first 2 that you're supposed to get, which I regret doing now. I wish I didn't do it. I felt a bit, that's a story for another day, so I'm not going to that now, but I'm not getting the boosters or anything like that. So hopefully another alternative presents itself that is definitely kind of a one and done, and that's it. I have to get another freaking, at least let there be a 7-year break in between. Like, when I had to get like when you had to get the vaccine, the shots for like freaking was it TB or some of those things, as a military kid, because my dad was military and stuff, and so we used to travel around all the time, and every time before we left, you'd get all your shots again and all this crap. There's like one shot you have to get like every 7 years or something. I think it's like TB or tinnitus, or I can't remember, tetanus or something. I don't know. But there's some shot, like it only lasts for 7 years, and then you got to get it again. And it's like, it's based on the old freaking way that they made vaccines. So it's not a big deal. Like, you don't feel, it's nothing. It's not a big deal. Like, I never lose any sleep over taking that kind of stuff that's been around for a long time, based on the old proven ways of work, things that work. So I'm not anti any of that stuff. I just, yeah, topic for another day. So yeah, once every 7 years, hey, that's not, hey, that's not a big deal. I'm sure most people would be like, that's cool, I can deal with that. Once every 7 years is fine. Once every 2 months of something that isn't even 100% freaking, just, again, I ain't getting, story for another day, dude. Story for another day. Freaking hell. Anyways, this is about the announcement, and yeah, guys, so the first thing I'm going to ask you guys, if you could do, please, is just make sure that, matter of fact, you just go back and watch some of my Riffwerk reactions, for starters. Go watch some of those videos. Go watch them. Get yourself familiarized with them through my reactions. Like, because then you can get a really good feel and understand why they're so awesome and stuff. Go check out some of their stuff if you haven't already. Check out the reactions and stuff. Check out Riffwerk's music. These guys are freaking phenomenal. If you type in Riffwerk, you're going to be able to find their stuff on YouTube here. And the best part about it is that, like I said, there's new remixes to their songs. There's lyric videos coming. There's going to be one dropping tomorrow. Literally tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday. It's Friday my time, so it's Thursday everyone else's time back home in the States, or if you're over in a lot of places, it's not tomorrow's not Friday. Depending where you live in the world, what part of the above or below the equator. So anyways, tomorrow my time, I've got one of their videos dropping. It's a lyric video, and that's first of many. Okay, so the plan for me is they've got 20 songs out roughly now, I think it is, and every single one of those we're gonna be freaking just doing some remixes to everything, and lyric videos, and even some regular videos. Like I said, I'm figuring out ways to freaking just do a lot of stuff and make it work, and I've got ideas and plans on how to do that. Like I want to shoot an actual get back to shooting music videos and stuff. Like I've shot music videos for other artists and things, and myself even, and whatever. And I've got movies and feature films that I need to freaking finish and stuff as well. Like there's so many things. So I'm figuring out how to navigate through all that the best way possible right now. But it is going to happen. It is going to happen. I am going to figure it out. And yeah, right now there is alternative ways that I figured out how to navigate through this crazy world that we live in now. Still hard to believe that this is our life right now. It's crazy. Video for another day again. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I love each and every one of you. Shout out to you, Gerald, if you're watching this video, and to your bandmates, everyone in Riffwerk. Shout out to all of you guys. I'm super excited. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to help bring your amazing music to the masses. And I look forward to awesome other fun things in the future that I can't wait to share with all of you guys. So keep it locked and loaded. The best way to keep in the loop is to make sure you are subscribed, all notifications on my channels, links in the description. Love you guys. Thank you as always. Remember to join to the fullest. Keep it off tap. I'm out.
Another day to live another fairy tale. It's another night to drink and then forget. Oh no, tomorrow won't wait around forever. Regret will bear another stranger if you fight. We only have a day tonight. We only have a day tonight. To live and never pray, to play and never die. book of stars, the dusky twilight in my eyes, shadows of our love